back in the building.
We're back for
Quarantings. Got the QuaranTeam here in the building, hanging out. We ready to talk about. I don't even know how we're gonna title or even disperse this episode, but this one is very near and dear to a majority of the QuaranTeam's heart.
So near.
This one, I'm genuinely. There's few things that I'm actually happy about. I'm very happy that you actually got to love this show.
Love the show, yeah.
Like, it was ironic because the day that we started watching the show was after some fucking drama.
Oh, it was like the worst day. I was literally crying
and
to
like,
you all day.
I'd like never seen her like
no,
all
I was
emotional
so
and being that
it was
way.
Bad.
And then she was like, "What should we do next?" And I said, "You should just come over and watch this show." And she says, "You know what? Fuck it, let's do that."
Yeah, 100%.
And she came over.
We watched like 5 episodes, yeah.
And she was in. Like, we got through one episode.
Laughing.
We was in there. So, you know our favorite streaming service, HBO Max.
Yes, sir.
We spoiler alert, we talking all FBoy Island today.
All the spoilers, all of them.
If you have not seen the show at all,
you
just
should have taken the teaser and that quick hit seriously from a couple weeks ago.
Pause this episode right now. Log into your HBO Max account or DM one of us and tell us that you need to log in, and then watch the show, and then come back to this episode.
And then come back because we're gonna break it all down.
110%. But this show was beautiful. Like
No, it was
I didn't even think
good.
it was I wasn't doing it to like make you feel better. I literally just wanted you to watch the show because I've been telling you about it for weeks.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, this is the perfect opportunity to bully you into doing something I want to do.
It was so good.
And then a day later, you were like,
I watched all 10 episodes in 24 hours.
We need to do an episode. And I said, oh, wait, you finished it already? And you want to do an episode?
Well, because we've been saying for like a while that we wanted to do like a dating reality TV show episode, which we still want to do.
Yes, but a lot of the main dating reality shows we are not exactly like the biggest fans of.
Right.
So we were looking to possibly, and we still might get a guest on that one to kind of coach us through.
Yeah.
But this show
is something else. I mean, that's a great place to start, honestly.
#1 fans in the building, baby.
So the reason the show is different than particularly The Bachelor, but really any dating show that I've seen, most dating shows I've seen, is like there's no expectation necessarily of it being real.
Yes, they definitely they do it kind of similar to some other shows where they put you on, a beautiful island, and they're like, hey, look at this, like, this isn't real life in the situation that you're in.
No.
Which, some other dating shows at least try to present a semblance of, like, real life situations. This, they're clearly putting you in the most dramatic possible situation.
And even other shows where it's like it's not real, like what's the one where they like don't even see the person before they propose to them?
You're talking about A Circle? Or?
No, Love is Blind.
Love is Blind. Oh yeah.
But the vibe of the show is that it's very genuine. We're here for love.
I'm here for I'm here for
marriage. Yeah, 100%. They do not act like this on FBoy Island. They do not act like this.
But to be fair, I mean, it's literally called FBoy Island, so it shouldn't.
I mean, the women. I mean, even the women. Like, let's just start there. So there's 3 women: CJ, Sarah.
Yeah, let's start with the premise.
Yeah,
like, 3 women: CJ, Sarah, Nakia.
Yep. And they are here. They're sort of here for love.
Yeah, all of their intro bios are basically just like, I'm blank old, I've fucked a lot of fuckboys and gotten hurt, and I'm just done with it. The end. Except for CJ, her intro is kind of like, she's actually, I believe her exact words were, I'm a fuckboy tamer.
Right.
I believe is what she said. But
she toes like a great line. I mean, obviously she's my girl. Like, she's my favorite one. Let's just say.
If you watch the show, Kristen is CJ, and I don't even mean like she likes her like this Wonder Woman patriarchy shit. I mean like they're the same person.
Like we're very similar.
Like,
yeah.
If I met CJ, like she'd fuck with me the same way Kristen fucks with me because they're the same person.
She as much as admits she's like, no, I actually like fuck boys better.
Because she's a tamer. She's a tamer.
And she just like she does the show like she is quote unquote like there to find someone serious, like so to speak, but at the same time, like she doesn't she doesn't kid around that this is like so like deep
she's
like
the
that.
only one on the show that her presentation of herself is like, I'm just here to find out of the guys that are here the guy I like the most.
Yeah, so it's not this
necessarily
extra
that I'm
shit.
here to find the nice guy I like the most or the F-boy I like the most.
What does she say to oh boy, in like episode 4 she said I like you.
Yeah, but I'm not in like with you.
But I'm not in like with you.
But she also brought the worst F word in the history of existence to him before, which was the friend zone. So like
facts.
Once you be saying that,
the point being is that she's not acting like it's like I'm gonna marry you.
That one hurts. That one hurts some feelings.
Yeah. So I don't want to like spend too much time hashing through like premise because again, like you have to watch a show to understand it.
Yeah, but they should at least understand. There's 24 guys.
Yep, 24 guys, 12 self-proclaimed nice guys, 12 self-proclaimed fuckboys.
And the quick thing I'll say about that is the way that they set that up is they did the applications different.
Yes.
So for all the nice guys, they premised the show as, hey, are you out here looking for love? Looking for the one? Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Well, then come here to our show. And then for the F-boys, they said, are you looking to party and have a good time and just wild out with your boys on an island?
Right.
Then come through. So they presented the applications differently to make sure that they had a good web. And they did a great job.
They did a great job. So when the show starts, you don't know who's a fuckboy and who's a nice guy. And the first like several weeks is basically they're eliminating each woman eliminates one man every week.
3 guys are supposed to go each week.
Right. And when they're eliminated, they have to reveal their true status, quote unquote, if they came in as a nice guy or they came in as a fuckboy. And then they introduce like the most funniest thing that could ever be on any dating show to me. Like this literally killed me the first week. I was dying laughing. They make the eliminated fuckboys go to this place called Limbro.
Oh yeah, so they do a different situation. So most dating shows, when you get eliminated, we don't see you again until the reunion at the end of the thing.
Yeah.
This show, they kept everybody around till literally like I think episode 9 of 10.
Yeah.
Everybody stayed, and they put them, like she said, in Limbro
or the
Good Guys Grotto. I think
to the grotto.
Good Guys Grotto.
So the nice guys have this beautiful, pristine
it's a mansion. It's a mansion on the island of Puerto Rico.
And the fuckboys are in some fucking tents.
Like the only way I could describe it is like it's
hilarious, like Castaway vibe.
Yeah, exactly. It's like bamboo stick fences, and like all they have is coconuts. It's hilarious.
Which you know, to be fair, like it's obvious that they don't actually make them sleep there.
No, I read the producer's thing. He said like we gave them somewhere to sleep, but they did not sleep in the grotto.
No.
So he said they slept in a shitty place. It just wasn't out there.
Outside, yeah. But like they have to spend a lot of time in this like shithole.
Exactly. They have to spend a majority of the day.
Super hilarious when they get eliminated. So they go along several weeks, and then eventually the producers like these the remaining, 15 men, have all been like pleading their case to these women like, "Oh, I'm a nice guy. I really am here for you." Da da da. And then on this one week they're suddenly like, "Nope. Everybody, even the people saying, have to all reveal their status right now." And then all the fuckboys who have been like essentially lying for 6 weeks have to like either make up ground with the girl that they're interested in and like convince them that they're reformed, basically, or the
nice guys
like,
gotta come through.
Yeah.
Yes. And
so that's the premise.
Yes. And to allude back to an older episode, I've been told you on that episode that y'all ladies always say that you want this nice guy, right. But there is nothing that has proven more me right than this show. Because the amount of F-boys that survive with their F-boy activity that is, I'm sorry, so blatant.
So blatant.
Like I think there's 24 dudes on the show. I think I was wrong about 3 of them.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. That percent, but they was wrong about 80% of them.
100%.
So it's like, why y'all so bad?
So, I mean, so that's like a through line that I really like is what you just said. Another through line I really like is just the idea of like, like when the show tells you that someone is bad and then the person is still not seeing the bad things.
Or even worse,
love is blind.
They're in the testimonial, and they're like, "He must be an F-boy, but I really hope he's not."
Right.
I'm like, time out. So your gut's telling you the right answer, but you're just out here like
how hard it is to see like the reality of what's in
Lord,
front of you.
will you please
100%.
guarantee he's not an F-boy?
Right.
Spoiler
it's
alert.
so crazy. It's so crazy. The heart
Spoiler
wants what it wants.
Yeah,
There's just so many like things like dating concepts like played out on the show that are put on display more so because of this. And also like one more thing about the way the show is set up, like that's better than other dating shows I feel, is all the twists, which is actually one of my like concerns with season 2, but we'll touch on that later. But they have all these twists, like they set up all these rules to the show of how it's gonna go, and then they screw all the dudes over like multiple times by just being like, we changed our minds. We're gonna do it differently than that.
Yes, they are very, and I think they can only really accomplish it at least in season 1, where they started the show very vaguely, where all they said was,
"You're here.
Whoever wins, y'all
might
can
get money.
up to up to 100K. We just gonna do the show. We'll let you know in the end."
Yeah,
and that was all they said.
Right.
But then, like you said, there would just be twist after, like
everybody has to reveal if they're a fuckboy or a nice guy. That was the
like,
first one.
There were things that like keeping all the guys on the island. I'm sure like most guys, if I sign up on a dating show, I would assume like once I got eliminated, I'm getting to go home.
Yep.
Like, wait, I gotta stay.
And then the second biggie was when they brought all the dudes back at the very end when there was only 2 men for each woman left.
So they did what I think every dating show should do, which is instead of doing the reunion episode at the end when everything's over, they kept everybody specifically to do the reunion episode prior to the final rose, if you will.
Yeah.
So every guy could come on there, and they literally just asked them.
They called it mansplaining. That's literally so funny.
They said, "Hey guys, these are the last 2 that this girl picked.
Yeah.
Who should win
and why?"
And they would just be like, "Oh, well, homeboy over there, he's a fucking filthy dog. Like, nah, you can't be doing that. That's nasty." Or they'd be like, "Oh, homeboy over there, he the truth. He the truth."
Yeah, like nothing. And it was so funny because so I don't know, they made it seem like it was chance. Who knows if it really was chance? But all the girls, each of the 3 girls,
ended up with a fuck boy and a nice guy as their options.
So for each one, it was like they literally would go to the fuck boy first, and all the other 20 guys would be like, "He said this. He called you an escort. He said you have small tits." Like just like went fucking off.
He said he would buy you a boob job.
Yeah. He's got a girlfriend at home. He's just on the show for clout. He's gonna fuck all the bitches in his DMs.
He said he got 1,600 bitches popping in. He got 1,600 bitches popping in.
They just went off, and the girl is like about to like fucking cry because it was so obvious at that point in time that all 3 girls liked the fuckboy so much more than the nice guy. So they were hoping.
But then they would be like, "Okay, what do you got bad to say about the nice guy?" And they'd be like,
"He's a great guy.
He's too swole."
They were literally like, "He's awesome. We love him."
Or actually, no, I don't have anything.
And they're like, "Clap if you want this guy."
It's like I
crickets. Clap if you want this guy. Everyone, cheers. Oh, it's so funny.
It was so ruthless, and
it was so ruthless.
I genuinely believe that every dating show should do that.
100%.
I hate watching those reunion episodes where they're like finding out after the fact.
After the fact, right.
I'm like, oh, well, now you're just bringing me that fake mad energy. Because guess how you felt all the way back then?
Right.
You felt that way.
Right.
But I'm like, if we tell you right now and you
we can
still
see it
make that
out.
decision, then I can at least be like, hey, you know what? That's what you want.
When Casey was like,
when he got up.
When Casey was like, well, Jared, that went really well for you. He just got fucking blasted.
When homeboy got up and was like, I can't do this
he literally threw a hissy fit.
Everybody's just talking shit. I can't do this. And he just got up. And I was like, are they talking shit or telling the truth? Tell the truth. And I just couldn't believe that dude really got up. And then the producers are like, but what are you mad about?
Literally the producer was like, go back and defend yourself, Casey. Like, what the fuck is your problem?
Like, bro, they beating you up and you can't throw a punch?
You literally just ran. Like, what are you doing? No, but that's another huge through line of the whole show that I really liked is like watching like literally self. Because on these other shows like The Bachelor and stuff, the dudes, you can still tell the ones who are just fucking around. But at the same time, they really have to like portray a way more of an air of genuineness throughout the entire show. That makes it seem like, even though we can see through it, that they really are being there for real.
First of all, when I heard 2 different guys say that they were adopted.
Oh, I know. They're
like,
literally
oh
just
my gosh.
making up lies.
I didn't know that this is a catchphrase, but I might steal it now. Apparently, I just gotta go lie to some
100%.
bitch and tell her that I'm adopted.
And that's actually the perfect.
And I can get it in.
That's
like,
the perfect
goodness
example because
gracious.
what I loved is seeing like these guys who like there's no air necessarily of like they're just doing what they have to do, and so to watch like to watch obvious fuckboys have to like grind away at their shot with these women, and even up until the very end when they did the mansplaining thing, like even like watching Garrett, it was literally so funny when he just got shit on and shit on and shit on every week,
face.
and he was just like, oh, you could tell he wanted to be like, this is so unfair because he's so not used to anything being in his way.
But I'm here for love. I'm here for love of money.
Yeah.
But I'm here for love. Like, come on, what are you talking about?
It was just so great to see these dudes who like literally like clearly are pulling every bitch in the world, like,
you know what's
have to grind.
What's actually funny is a recommendation that I gave a very long time ago at the beginning of the podcast was that 12 Nights of Christmas or whatever, which was also on HBO Max. And I just did that because there was some girl from Minnesota.
Yeah.
But I see that they learned from that show about the things that to do better in this one. Every time the fuckboy alert comes up, it's the funniest thing in the world.
It's so funny. He said, what do you do for work?
I'm a club promoter. Like, FBoy alert.
I'm dead.
So what kind of relationships you been in? I ain't
None.
never been in a relationship. FBoy alert.
What was the third one? There was a third one that was good too.
Dude, when your buddy, the Asian boy, when he was talking about, you already see us as bed buddies?
Oh, he just went right in. Like, yeah, he just went right in with the
moving too fast. FBoy alert. I was like, damn, like they got everybody in this bitch.
They did. It was so
And the worst
funny.
part was, I was like, I couldn't even disagree with all of their choices for those FBoy alert categories.
100%.
I was like,
this is so obvious.
yeah, that's not untrue. Like,
God, it's just
nothing.
such a good show. But okay, now that we've like, discussed on like a kind of like big picture level, right? Mm-hmm. We got to get into these details because this shit is so funny. We got to go to the alignment chart.
I just got to tell everybody on wax, Kristen has not done as much research,
I know,
preparation, note setting up for an episode in 6+ months since this. Like, she genuinely has not. I
literally went off.
I've never seen her bring this kind of. She even walked in today recording with the energy of 1,000 suns. I couldn't believe it.
That's a fact.
So yeah, we about to bring you the heat, but go ahead.
Okay, so I feel like a good way to like talk about the relationships and how funny they are and stuff is to go through this alignment chart. So we got to introduce the alignment chart as a concept first. The alignment chart.
You explain that.
Yeah, so the alignment chart is this thing that it was, funny enough, originally created in the game Dungeons and Dragons for all you nerds out there, but was popularized on social media, mostly through Instagram, as a way to like define things or define a group of things in terms other than just like good and bad necessarily.
Fair enough.
So there are 9 categories, and it's basically sort of like a X chart where, like, like there's things on the Y. I mean, not to be math, but there's things on the Y-axis and things on the X-axis, and then like they go in the middle, and then that's you put it there.
You've been loving math lately, so that's fine.
So on one side of the chart you have lawful, neutral, and chaotic.
Yep.
And then on the other side of the chart you have
good, neutral, and evil.
Good, neutral, and evil.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you actually spent the time to decide who was on these.
Yeah. So I thought about this a
levels.
lot. And you can do this with like any number of things. Like I've seen that people do this with like, how like sometimes we associate periods of time in our lives with certain memes. So I've seen like certain social media accounts like
what? Okay, no, go ahead.
I've seen social media accounts be like, okay, like this month, here are the memes that were like popular this month, and like where would I put them on the chart? Yeah, here we pulled it up.
Wow, we researched.
Yeah, so yes, exactly. So the lawful versus chaotic is kind of like, it's sort of self-explanatory, but like you can be one's
Yeah,
You can be
I just
evil.
don't like the term lawful, but I understand it with this.
I know, but
chart.
you kind of have to remove yourself from the literalness of like lawful and particularly lawful and evil.
Because using the right words is so hard in America.
So anyway, so here I'll break it down. Yeah, I'll break down what I put. I put lawful good, Josh, because he's just perfect, and that's just it.
The 6'4" version of me. Shout out.
Lawful neutral, Fernando.
Though not as funny as me. Oh, yeah, Fernando, lawful neutral. Okay.
Yeah. And lawful evil, new Jared. And these were the 3 quote-unquote nice guys who made it to the finals for each girl.
They did.
Yes. And then for the actual neutrals, neutral good, Sean. True neutral was, I put high Paul because he was just
there was a guy. Was a guy on there who was, he was man. Freaking RK bro, he was
he was just vibing the whole time. And then neutral evil Chris, I really wanted to put him under chaotic, but it didn't work.
You definitely should have.
And then for the chaotic guys, it was the 3 finalists who were the fuck boys. So chaotic good Casey, chaotic
who you love,
chaotic neutral OG Jared as opposed to
who you shockingly hate,
and then chaotic evil Garrett for obvious reasons.
Who no one should like.
So here's where we're at. So what do you agree or disagree with?
Neutral evil Chris, like no, that dude is not neutral.
I mean, that one was a tough one for me. I knew Chris needed to be in the evil column.
That dude needs to be on the darkest depths of the evil. Like that dude showed up on the show and said, "You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna snitch and talk shit about people the whole time, so that these bitches hate these other dudes." And never hate me. And I'm like, I'm sorry. That's like a level of evil that's probably not even on the chart. Like he came in there, I understand he was playing the game, and the game was to win money, so I get it. But that's not a neutral man. That's a negative man on every aspect.
I think the reason that I
never let a rat be in neutral. And that's why
I agree. I just couldn't put I had to. So basically, I confined myself to putting the finalists and the fuck boys and the chaotic and the nice guys.
Honestly, I would have. I mean, I probably would have put Casey in the neutral evil.
The only reason Oh, really? Yeah, I could see that. I understand what your thinking is there.
Oh, Casey 1.0. Sorry, not 2.0.
No, welcome. Welcome is not Casey. They're completely different types.
No, every man that's seen those two.
There's completely different types. Welcome is literally skater boy, emo-ish type.
No. I was just referring to the 1.0, 2.0, the look. Every man said that they look alike, and the only 2 women that was here when we watched said that they didn't.
They look literally nothing alike. He's a skater boy, skinny, white boy type, and Casey is more like boy next door.
Again, the men on the show said they look alike. All the men here said they look alike. And only the women said that they don't look alike. That tells you all you need to know. But continue.
Whose opinion matters?
No one's.
The women who are after them are not after them. So.
No one's actually, but whatever.
No, I agree with your opinion of Chris. He is very chaotic. I think I put him on neutral evil simply because he was neutral in terms of
I think you put him in neutral evil because you wanted him to be on the list of the things. Because obviously this is only.
Well, I was gonna put him in honestly, I was going to put him in chaotic evil and put Garrett in just true pure evil. in a new 10th category. But I felt like that was me cheating the chart, so I didn't do that.
That's fine. No, I'm glad that you stayed true to the chart. That's perfectly fine. But again, I think you just put Chris on there because you wanted Chris to be on the chart.
Okay, fair enough. But no, okay, so we agree on Josh though, right? He's literally perfect. There's literally nothing bad to say about Josh.
I told you he like me. He's not as funny, and he's a lot stronger and taller.
Josh is perfect.
Yeah, that's about
Honestly, the biggest strike against him is that he liked Sarah because.
And he's actually no.
Sarah's
he's
an
no longer older than me. We're the same age. He's me.
Yeah,
he's just huge. That's all. That's
lawful neutral Fernando. You're agreeing with that?
I'm okay with it, but I guess the problem with Fernando is that his TV time came late.
Yeah, that's true.
So I I respect the opinion of putting him there, but I think you probably could have put somebody else there.
Like who?
I would have put Sean there.
No, Sean's neutral good. What do you mean?
Why? Why is Sean neutral?
Because he just is nothing. He didn't even make his Fernando. At least, like you said, he peaked late, but at least he peaked. Sean just rode it out and just went quietly into the night.
okay, first of all, Sean peaked till Homeboy came back.
Nah, man.
If your boy didn't come back, I guarantee
if you
he would have
could
been
not
last
tell
two.
that CJ did not fucking like him at all and was just riding that wave out.
I didn't say that she didn't like him at all. I know that she literally was gravitated him because of what Homeboy said when he got eliminated the first time.
Well, agreed, but that's my point. He never really had a chance, and that's why he's neutral, because it's just like he was only in there by
I know
default.
That's your spirit animal, so it's whatever. Like, I'm just gonna let that go, but I don't think he's neutral. That dude was too good.
Okay, so who do you put? So you
like
put
neutral,
him in,
like neutral good. I would have probably put Homeboy Jamie. Jamie's like neutral good, dude. Like,
well, okay. I was being guided by the fact that I was trying to do like basically the last.
yeah, you
ones.
wanted to get the dudes that were at the end. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I
could see Jamie in true or in neutral.
I'm speaking to the whole show. So
lawful evil new Jared. Okay, we need to talk about new Jared here because. Are we? So first of all, what's your opinion of New Jared? You like him? You hate him? What? Do you think?
mean, he's the freaking poor man's Russell Wilson. Like, he's.
I mean, okay.
Fine. Okay. If you don't see that, like, literally, you're blind.
No.
Like,
there's
no way you don't see
the
that.
comparison is not the problem. To Russell Wilson was not the qualm I had with that statement.
Okay. What qualm would you have with that statement? The poor man's? Because he doesn't look better than Russell. You think
he's way hotter than Russell Wilson. Way hotter. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's
funny. He's way hotter. He's way hotter.
That's interesting. Okay,
yeah.
All right. I put it on the poll, Guillermo. Who's hotter? New Jared or real Russell Wilson? But
I mean, Russell Wilson's richer, no doubt. So like, yeah, there's things about him that make him look hotter. But on a sheer
you know what?
level,
Let's just call Sierra and ask her.
Yeah, but would mean nothing. Like,
it would mean everything.
No, it would mean literally nothing because you can't.
She's with the real Russell Wilson.
Yeah, so but that's why it would mean nothing.
She could be with the poor man's Russell Wilson.
No, that's why it would mean nothing. That's why it would mean nothing.
I'm not believing.
So,
it.
But what do we think of him? I mean,
he's fine. He's like whatever. Like. He's one of the only couple of guys that I got wrong. I definitely thought he was a fuckboy.
Everybody thought he was a fuckboy because he was so hot.
It's so funny that he was a nice guy because I know how you feel about athletes.
Yeah,
and he was an athlete and a nice guy. It probably twisted you up.
Well, but that's the thing. Do you believe that he is a nice guy?
Yeah.
You really believe that?
Hey, anybody who's dedicated to be going out here and playing football in fucking Mexico. You ain't out here really hustling, bro. Like, you just love your sport and your shit. So, yeah, I do.
I don't believe that for even 1 millisecond.
Because you don't believe no athletes.
No,
that's your bias.
It's not to do with that at all. Because when I watched the show, I didn't even know that. I found out that information after the fact. So it's not to do with that at all.
Then what?
It's just the way he acts. I'm not buying it. The way he got into it like that with
he's an
OG
asshole
Jared.
to dudes.
Yeah,
like
but
I told you, he's an asshole nice guy. But you think he's a nice guy fuckboy.
Yeah.
And we're never going to agree about that. Like, I think he's an asshole. But I think that he is a nice guy when it comes to the females.
There's just no way that a guy that's that, like, aggressive as he was when he first came on the show towards the men and the women of just, like, literally going after it right away like that. He's out here with women in his real life. There's just no way. I would sooner believe that Welcome was like a fake nice
but see,
guy.
You know what? My thing is that, so first of all, I mean, you have the athlete bias. That's one.
But again,
number two,
didn't know that.
You knew he was an athlete. Like, it told you right away.
But also, you always call it an athlete bias, and it's literally not one. I've literally messed with plenty of athletes. Like, my problem is...
You're not going to let me finish?
No, because you always say that I don't like athletes, and that's never been true.
No,
that's never been true.
You like to sleep with them, but that's not like them. Like, I'm just saying, like, this dude is good, and I'm like, you put him at evil, and I don't think he's that evil. And why I'm telling you that he's not an evil is, one, you have that athlete bias, which you can argue all you want, and it's fine. Two, you think he's actually hella attractive. I didn't think that. I didn't get that vibe from him.
Who would you say is the most attractive ones?
The most attractive dude on there?
Pick your top three. Top three.
Me, and me. Like, I don't really think
No.
dudes
Come
are
on.
attractive.
For the sake of the show, you have to pick.
Honestly, I don't know. Like, OG Jared is attractive.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
That's one. Yeah, like, I know, right? Who's handsome over here? No, OG Jared is attractive. I can see, even though I don't think it, I can see why motherfuckers would think that Casey is attractive.
Okay.
Casey 1.0.
Yeah.
And then, man. Oh, and then Colin. Like, I could see why motherfuckers
Colin,
think
yeah.
is attractive.
Okay.
So those, if I had to pick, because you just made me pick, I'd pick those three.
Okay. Good
But,
picks.
Like, yeah, I don't think New Jared is that attractive, and he's definitely not more, in my whatever metro humble opinion, not more attractive than those dudes. So it's like, but you do think he's that attractive. So like you're biased in that way, and I'm just like, like, you know. Like,
so that's part of why you think he's can be a nice guy, is because you don't see him as like just like it's impossible.
Well, no. Again, you can be an asshole and a nice guy.
Oh, agreed, totally.
But I wouldn't call an asshole nice guy evil.
I just think there's absolutely no way, no how that this guy is out here not talking to like many women, especially when he's like he freely admits on the show that he's like been single.
But now here's my question, because actually going with your chart, you have Nando at neutral, and at the Mansplain, they literally said that he got all these hoes talking to him in L.A.
Yeah, I know.
Like, they literally said it, and he didn't even deny it.
Yeah, I know.
But he's not evil.
But I know, but I believed him more than I believed New Jared.
So because New Jared didn't say he's talking to a bunch of hoes, he gets to be an evil spot. But Nando, it's not
about what they said. It's about how they acted on the show.
But again, you didn't even see Nando on TV until the last 3 episodes.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. He still to me was acting more like he was acting more neutral than evil. I don't know. I felt like the thing with Fernando is actually exactly what he said. Like, point blank, I feel like everyone, all of them on the show, the men and the women, are good looking. So, like, yes, like he said, he's a doctor.
Not all
he has
of them.
whatever. Like, I mean, maybe not the top, but like they're not ugly.
I didn't say that.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So they're all reasonable looking to good looking, and it's like, oh, he's like, well, yeah, like I'm a doctor. I'm good. I work out. Like, yeah, like girls are after me. That doesn't mean I'm like out here with them necessarily. Which I believed in his case because of how he was acting on the show versus New Jared. Even though I love him, he's literally my second favorite one on the whole show. I was like, I'm not buying this that you're not out here because of how he was acting. Because he was acting out here.
Let's go to the next part of the chart because we're gonna have to cut so much of this already. Anyway,
why? No, this is all staying in.
Go to the next part of the chart.
Okay, the next part of the chart is the fuck boys who made it to the end. Casey, OG, Jared, and Garrett.
Oh, we already did neutral?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, all right, we can skip it. That's fine.
Joe's gonna kill me. I hate OG Jared. He loves him. I can't stand him. I just find him so, like...
But you obviously don't hate him that much. You put him at chaotic neutral.
Because Garrett had to have the worst spot. Just period, point blank.
Well, that's true.
So there was no choice. I mean, Garrett is just irredeemable. Irredeemable.
Okay, we're going to save the real Garrett talk for a minute, so I'll wait on that. My thing with OG Jared, and the reason that I probably wouldn't put him on this part of the chart, at least as my top 3 picks, is no other guy on the show had more dudes come and fuck with him than OG Jared. Not one other guy.
Yeah, facts.
Not one other guy. And I'm like, I'm sorry. If I'm stuck on some fucking island with a bunch of dudes and only 3 bitches, 4 if you count Nikki, like, and all these dudes are coming at me, yeah, I'm gonna look crazy. Like the Chappelle show where they talk about, oh, they always had one black person with all the white people. What if we just put one white person with all the black people? They go crazy. I would go crazy.
So you're saying it's fine that he went crazy?
Why wouldn't you go crazy?
Oh, I agree.
Like that's
not my problem with him. But so I agree with you completely.
Yeah, so my thing is like a lot of, or at least I'm not speaking on you because you'll tell me, but like a lot of people's issues with him are manufactured by the fact that that man was not going to be, I mean, he did end up, but like, he's not going to be winning when he's put literally in a position to fail, when everybody's coming at him. He's always looking like the bad guy when everyone's coming at him constantly. Like, and I would hate that personally.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
So I can't let that man take that L because of that. Now, again, he is a self-proclaimed F-boy.
Yep. Reformed, he says.
But also, again, I know, right at the end, I'm a reformed F-boy, whatever. But also, I mean, I seen the way that man dressed. I see that dude. Like, come on now. Like, you should have known that dude was an F-boy from the jump.
Wait, so do you believe that he chose her for real? Was he being genuine? Or was he just doing that to look good on the show?
I believe in the moment he was being genuine.
Okay. So he himself couldn't tell the difference between that moment and real life?
I mean, if I was on a beautiful island and I had to pick one of 3 girls and I picked my favorite and I got to interact with her a lot and get some smooches, baby, hey, and, you know, and some other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I could be, like, there was that part where your girl Nikki Glazer was saying, like, oh, you know, like, if you have sex with him, like, you might feel some type of different way.
Yeah.
It does work both ways.
Right.
And I think after he smashed, he definitely did feel a different
some type of way.
Like, I don't know if he had not smashed, if he would have made the same decision in the finals that he did.
Really? You think it's really that moment that made the difference for him?
I mean, I think there was a couple of moments leading up into in those last 2 episodes. But I do think those last 2 episodes pushed him, quote unquote, over the edge, where he was like, maybe I could get his life up. Now, I mean, I don't have him in my phone, so if I could call him right now, I'd ask, like, hey, bro, you still about that, or are you out here with this 1,600
Yeah, that's
DMs?
the thing, is that they're still under their, like, fucking social media quarantine. They haven't been able to, like,
they're not allowed, like,
say
to say
this
some
and
shit.
that. Yeah. So we don't know yet.
But yeah, that's what I think about OG Jared. But
So
I know how much you
yeah.
hate him, so go ahead and spit your
Well,
spit your
okay.
hate.
I don't hate him necessarily for.
So crazy because you be loving some of these dudes that are way worse than him. Like,
No.
literally way worse.
No, I
than
know,
him.
but I don't. I just don't like him. Like, I just don't like him, who he is as a person.
And again, these other people are way worse than him as a person.
But I'm not saying. I don't know what I think anybody who. Because at the time, they didn't know that if you took the money and run, that you still wouldn't get the money. Which,
correct.
The way they portrayed it on the show made it seem like he knew. I don't know. It's weird. The way they portrayed it on the show is weird. But at the same time, like, I don't think anybody that gives up $50K for someone is just doing that for clout. I think there's some level in your mind of, like, no, I actually want to, like, maybe this would work. Now, are they kidding themselves? And when they get back to their real life, they're going to be like, it's like I don't want this.
Are we getting to the part where you don't like him? Because that sounds great.
Well, no, I'm agreeing. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you that it's like, I think he probably does think in his mind, and he's probably wrong, but he probably does think in his mind that he's really
like, ooh, baby, I love you.
Now, the reason I don't like him is nothing to do with the fighting. I truly don't care. So I agree with you.
You don't like the part when he said I love you?
Oh, well, that was just stupid. I don't even really care about that. It's nothing that he did on the show that made me hate him, like the way Garrett did things on the show that made me hate him.
There's nothing he did on the show.
It's him. I don't like him. He drives me crazy. I think the way he talks is just, like, so, like, pick me, and I think this shit that he, like, his little attitudes are so just, like, ugh. He's just like a fake manly pretty boy.
I made a mistake
like
by not pouring my usual shot today, and I apologize to myself.
Like when he threw his little bitch fit on the very end at the pool party, when he was just like, well, I'm not here to have a pool party. It's just like, okay, but, like, you're literally throwing a hissy fit because you're not the center of attention. It's that kind of shit. Like, his actual personality that I did not like. Not the fact that all the dudes were coming at him like, I don't care if you fight. Yeah, if someone's getting in your face, go ahead. Go off. But just the way that he was acting literally with Nakia, I'm just like, no. Like, no.
The only thing I'll say about it, the last thing I'll say about it, is that I don't disagree. Me and Joe was literally watching that last pool party moment that you're talking about, and we both said, oh, he's fucking up right here. he's letting his W go, but we also thought he was about to get that W. So we thought that was
she
a
obviously
bad look.
loved him through the whole thing, which was a whole nother thing of it. Like, it was very obvious sort of transitioning.
Yeah, but she loved Colin too.
Yeah, but she cooled off on Colin for OG Jared. She cast Colin aside way too easily to really have liked him as much as she was claiming. I was surprised, honestly.
Well, I mean, they haven't heard the roster episode. They don't know that you can pick 2 fuckboys. So she didn't know. She didn't know that it was easy to do that. Like, otherwise she'd have kept them homeboy around.
But it's kind of transitioning into like a new line of discussion. Like, it was so fucking funny to me how obvious it was right up until the mansplaining thing, how much all 3 women liked the fuckboy way more than the nice guy. It was so
It genuinely
clear.
hurt my feelings. I'm not gonna lie. Like, seeing it on TV is something that hurts more than seeing it in real life.
It was crazy.
Because I'm like, this is like glorified. And again, I love the show. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I fucking love the show. I want all y'all to watch it. I'm very serious.
All right.
But at the same time, as a quote-unquote self-proclaimed nice guy, watching all these fuckboys have such an easy time. Like,
especially Garrett's bitch ass.
Like, when I say easy, like, I mean, no, even the first episode, they have these girls pick 3 dudes to give a wristband to.
Yep.
And I'm almost positive all but one of the wristbands originally went to fuckboys.
Who was it? Colin? Colin got 2.
Colin got 2. It was your homie Asian friend. I can't remember his name.
The Asian guy, yeah, he was hot. I liked him.
Jamie was the nice guy.
Yep, Jamie.
Casey, fuckboy.
Mm-hmm. Casey, yep.
And then, who was the other?
So just maybe Jamie, I think.
No, I think OG Jared was on the 2. Like,
I don't
Jamie
know.
was the only nice guy. That's the worst part. That's what I'm trying to say.
I liked Jamie, honestly.
Yeah, he was just old and kind of corny, but, like, it's fine. Like, the point is...
He would have been, honestly, number 1 if Josh wasn't number 1. Go on.
Just the beginning of the show. They're out
right
here
away.
like every bitch is picking the F-boy.
I mean, to be fair, Casey based all as much as said she literally wanted a fuckboy. Sarah, man, she just got played hard. Like, hard. She just did not see any of the signs.
Did she get played hard or was she just dumb?
Both. Like, it was just bad. I hate to...
But here's my thing. Like, it's like you're saying this and you're kind of fake. You're not really, but you're kind of fake making these excuses. And what I'm saying is that being out here IRL and seeing these 3 girls in many more women that I know, it's disgusting. I hate it. I really hate it. Like,
so does that mean that you do not believe that fuckboys can be reformed?
Oh, no, I didn't say that. Everyone can change. That part is fine.
Okay.
I don't know if you can change on a reality show. Like that's a different question. But everyone can change. That part is a whole different story. I do believe you can find someone that is your person.
And you think that there is like fuckboy nice guys and there's nice guy fuckboys, or the way you said it, like asshole nice guys. There's
nice
all
guys,
of it, all those
yes.
different combinations. Yeah.
Yes, I do believe that. That is fine. But again, the majority of what I see is just these fucking, I guess, chaotic neutral fuckboys that are just getting all the bitches.
Yeah, right.
And I mean, good for them, I guess. But damn, girls, what's up?
Yeah,
like,
I
don't know how many podcast episodes I'm gonna have to rant about this. Like, but I'm gonna keep ranting about this till y'all be better.
No, I'll give it to you that especially seeing it played out on TV in this fashion of just like so obvious, like you said, they go in the testimonial and they're like, I know he's probably a fuckboy, but I just it's like
it's just so great. I just want him to not be a fuckboy. I'm like, and you know what? I want Jesus to come back and turn water into wine because I'm thirsty.
So
who cares?
It's a fair point. I'll give it to you. Like and they were trying too, and that's another thing that was so funny is that they were trying so hard to like the nice guys.
What's crazy is there's not the equivalent, but like a great philosopher once said, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what these girls spent literally 10 episodes trying to do. Yeah. And I'm like,
just one. This isn't not really a counterpoint, but just to say, Like, it's not simply, well, maybe in Sarah's case, but it's not always simply that they're just ignoring everything and just pretending like these things aren't there. Like, to be fair, Kate, like, well, in this one they claim to be reformed, but like that's the thing about the fuckboys is they do and say everything. Like they're on some level, it's like it's not just on the women. Like men are acting this way and doing what they think the women want, and apparently they're on some level right, on a surface level.
All I'm hearing is that I hate calling back to old episodes, even though I want you guys to all listen to all the episodes, so you should go back. But like I've been said, y'all bitches post all that shit on Instagram talking about I want you falling for me like you falling on them crates.
That was hilarious.
But no, you don't. Like, because if you did, you wouldn't answer these dudes. These dudes are lying, and these nice guys are saying way more genuine shit. But it doesn't come across as gushy and so you just don't listen to it. Right. And that's the worst part. Like, it's like, oh, you get like homeboys like, dude, you hate freaking OG Jared, who's out here like, yeah, I'm falling in love with you. And you're like, oh my God.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was ridiculous.
And like,
yeah.
you know, you get guys like Garrett, who we're about to discuss, who just, you know, I had abandonment issues because I was adopted and my sister's death. And, you know, I'd be worrying about these things, like naturally, like predestined. And it's like, you're supposed to be smart. You guys are supposed to be the smarter gender. Like, I know that you are. It hurts my feelings.
I know you are hurt.
It genuinely hurts my feelings.
I don't know. I got nothing.
I know you got nothing because you like the fuckboys too. Like, that's the worst part. I think that's the worst part. I am out here with a simp-loving, fuckboy-loving co-host. It's wild. Like, it's wild.
I mean, okay, but like these women, here's another point, and this is, again, not in contradiction, but like these women that they cast on this show, it was very obvious that none of them are like ready to like literally like they're on the show to be seen on a show.
They didn't go to Christian Mingle to find these girls. Like they went to find some girls that have some real experience with fuckboys and but really are not sure. Like
no, but I'm saying separately from the fuckboy thing, like they have some real experience wanting to be seen and wanting to be on TV and having all the followers and building a career and shit.
Every one of these shows is like that, so.
Well, agreed, but that's sort of my other point is that on a show like this, it's less, and Nakia actually got the closest, in my opinion, to really, you know, making me believe that she's out here really trying to find something deep.
The one or something close to it.
Like CJ ain't out here, and that's the thing. Like she picked fucking new Jared in the end, but it was so obvious that she liked Casey more, and she knew that
it was so obvious that she was attracted to Casey more. I don't know if I would say that she liked him more, and I think that's the difference. That because you were looking at it from a different angle than I am. She was attracted to Casey more. No doubt about it in my fucking mind. If Casey walked in, if New Jared was in the bathroom and Casey walked in right now and she was here, she'd sleep with him right there.
Sure.
100%. But then she'd be like, you gotta go. Like,
I don't know. I don't think so. I think that she knew that she should, quote unquote, pick New Jared, and that he was, honestly, he brought a good game. He was bringing a good game to her. And
he did a great job.
He was being very convincing.
Yeah, the best F-boy in Ohio. Shout out to him.
And they kept making this reference, and it was a very good one. It's like, do you want the fixer-upper, or do you want the fucking solid, real man?
And
she wasn't dumb, and she was like, you know what, I'm going to pick the real man. But I don't know if I'm buying it.
This whole thing hurts me. Let's just talk about Garrett. I can't even. Let's just talk about Garrett. That'll make me feel better.
Okay, let's talk about Garrett. Garrett is just truly ridiculous. I don't even know what to say. You're gonna have to lead. Like, I don't even know what to say about him. He's just like.
First of all, homeboy showed up on the show.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would say I don't like to be mean, but I don't mind it because, like I've said before, I'm the nicest asshole you ever meet. Mm-hmm. Dude just has a punchable face. Like, he just looks like some dude that, like, you would see him and you'd be like, you know what? I might hit you today. Like, I just might get upset and hit you today. He came on the show. He immediately said he was a fuckboy. He doesn't care about nothing, blah, 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 blah.
Immediately, yeah.
He won the show.
Well, he fake won. I mean, they didn't give him his money in the end. Then he did the whole thing.
He really won. He won the show. He was one of the last 3 guys standing. He won the show.
I don't consider.
You don't consider not getting the winnings winning.
No, I would consider him coming off this show being the most hated one on the show, not winning. That's what I'm saying.
That's irrelevant. There's a lot of people that come off the show not winning, and they're like, no, I disagree, but that's fine. Point is, he won the show, and he did the most ruthless, savage thing I've ever seen on TV. He got the opportunity to choose between you can take the $100K for yourself or you can split the $50K and try the relationship thing. And the worst part is that mansplaining episode that you've referenced already.
Yeah.
Our homie Matt told Sarah that he was talking to your boy you love, Casey, and said that he was going to win this $100K and they was going to get a place together in L.A. He said that word for word.
I know.
Which, by the way, Joe actually said that might be one of the things he does with the money. And sure enough, Matt said that. And I was like, damn, like, how'd you see that? That's crazy. But he said that word for word. And she still picked this man. And he said, but this is a game. And I'm here to play the game, and I'm taking the money. And I said, wow, you really
didn't see that coming.
Worst. No, it's not that I didn't see it coming.
No, I'm saying you really didn't. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
And the only reason I like guys like him.
Well, it's funny. It's entertaining TV, but.
Oh, I wasn't even. That's not why. The only reason I like guys like him is because guys like him exist so that people like me who, when we get angry and we may want to fight, no one will stop us from beating that man up.
Yeah.
And I appreciate dudes like that are like, you know what? Yeah, that man's got to get fucked up. Go ahead.
Exactly.
And we sat here. I promise you, me and Joe sat here and we were like, she's going to fucking pick him.
It was so obvious from the beginning that she was going to pick him. I felt so bad for Josh when she's literally on this romantic, like, fucking paddle boat ride with him, and she's just going on and on about
it. CJ
Garrett
was your spirit animal, Josh was my spirit animal, and I felt all the pain.
Yeah, it was bad.
And I was just like, bitches be choosing shit that's just not right. I know.
No,
right?
I have no defense of Sarah. She should have seen all this shit coming from 800,000
miles away.
But
you didn't like her anyway, so it's whatever. Like,
I mean,
just in general.
I don't hate her. I just didn't like her
that.
more than the rest of the other 2 girls.
You're not gonna hate any of these women because patriarchy. But 100%.
But yeah, Garrett is just irredeemable in every way. He honestly sucks. Little frat boy, fucking disgusting.
Oh, actually, I gotta put this on the pod on wax. Joe called him the third Paul brother, and I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it now. Like,
he is the third Paul brother.
I can't.
They're the same. A clone.
Like they got everything. I'm like, I'm waiting to find out that they're related. I'm literally waiting to find out that they're related.
The funny thing is that low-key Casey also got played by Garrett. Like, I don't know. Did you get the impression that Casey knew about all this shit or not? Or no?
I got the impression that Garrett came in there ready to lie to everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Which the only person that I felt that same energy was your boy Chris.
Chris didn't give a shit about nothing.
Those are the only 2 people that came into the show ready to lie to every single person. I don't think anybody else came in the show ready for that. But those 2 came in with that energy, like, we'll lie to everyone.
But that's why it's so funny that little Casey got played kind of by Garrett, too. Like, he almost threw his whole fucking... He did. I mean, he got eliminated because he wouldn't give up his little bromance with Garrett.
He still ended up getting a 24-hour day and a sexy time. So, like, low-key, did he throw it away or did he just get a little break?
I mean, he tried his hardest to throw it away. That's my point. Like, it's just funny. He literally did everything he could to fuck this shit up just for his little bromance.
I liked how at the end of the show they were like, they did not move in together. I was like, yeah, I bet they fucking didn't.
Well,
like,
but actually, the end of the show, it said they haven't even seen each other. And then when I checked Instagram like last week, it was like a picture of them both like chilling.
oh yeah, I mean, I just assumed they weren't moving in together. I knew they was gonna hang out again. Like that part.
Yeah.
It's obvious. Like they're not stupid. Like especially once
man.
the show comes out, you got to do appearances. Like they bros. Like they're gonna make more money if they hang out together. It's whatever. But this show again, and this episode has already been out by the time this episode comes out. I tried to tell you, and you looked at me like I was crazy when I said, y'all just don't be actually wanting what y'all want or what you fake post on your IG stories. And this show was just like 100% proof to me. And the fact that you have defended literally all of these females' choices except for Sarah. Like,
well, okay, here. No, I'm not defending. I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you.
Hold on. Let me finish. Like, it just hurts my feelings that this exists because I'm like, y'all are so much better than us. You shouldn't be doing this.
Sure. Well, I agree with what you're saying. I don't think that this show with these women necessarily like demonstrates that. Like in the case of Sarah, yeah, you're right. She just was stupid. She should have seen the things, and bad. Agreed, totally. In the case of CJ. That bitch didn't come on here looking for love. She might have been sort of fake saying that, like she was open to it.
She was you. She was looking.
Yeah, so you can't claim that like she represents what you just described because it's like she wasn't even literally saying on the show.
Only liked one nice guy. And she didn't even like him.
And she didn't even like him. But she didn't even like him then. She didn't even like him like at all.
He was the only dude. He got no kiss. He got no punani. He got no nothing. No nothing, Joe.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. I just watched a show where a lot of fuckboys thrived.
No,
I know.
I agree.
Like you said, they did cast in a certain way. So I'm not gonna pretend like they didn't cast appropriately to hopefully get those vibes.
Yep.
But my problem is, I don't think the casting would have been that hard. And I think if they would have moved those 3 girls off and picked the next 3 girls on the list, the show would have ended up the same fucking way.
I'll give it to you. The only defense is of CJ because that's my girl, and she wasn't there to find love. She was there to find a fuckboy anyway.
Well, hey.
At least she admitted it.
Get your app ready for season 2, girl. Stop playing.
I know, right?
Get your app ready for season 2.
I know, right?
I'm waiting for Girl Island.
Actually, though, here's one of the last things I'll say. This is actually my biggest criticism of the show, is that they got 3 women that are essentially the same, but just... You
wanted some more diversity as far as their
appearance aside from like race.
Appearance.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like you got a black girl, a white girl, and a quote unquote exotic looking girl.
You know what's so funny? We started the show, and that's exactly what Joe said you was gonna say.
100 fucking. I mean, if Joe can see it, that it's that obvious that I'm gonna say that because it's like you get these 3 different women who appear to be. I don't know if CJ's white or not, but whatever. They appear to be 3 different kind of complexions, but in every other way they're the same. In every other way, they're skinny. They have long hair. They like dress the same, look the same vibes, like everything. Their personalities may be different, but like you can't tell me there's not more diversity of attractive women than that. That like drives me fucking nuts. Like even within the men on the show, who are all like quote unquote traditionally hot, there's still a lot of diversity there. Like look at like I said, Welcome or Casey.
Was the only small dude.
Yeah, but that's fine. But like again, there's still like more diversity in the whole thing.
What? I mean, it's 24 out of 3, so it's like mathematically, like obviously, like
mathematically fine, but you can't make the argument that they needed to have 3 clone women on there. They're the same.
Oh, I'm not making that argument, but I'm just saying they had like 5 huge dudes, they had 5 pretty boys, they had 5 like. So your
So your argument is that they had a good range of dudes.
They cloned,
and they threw that out for the
all
women.
They did was they cloned based on the fact that they had the opportunity to do 24 as opposed to the women they had 3. I don't disagree. They should have been more diverse with the women in their actual whatever.
Well, and I don't really care for the sake of this one season. I'm just saying in an overall sense, like...
Oh, no. We talking about season 2,
right.
Girl.
So we gonna see.
We talking about season 2.
We gonna see. But
you're supposed to get on there, so it don't matter.
Back to my point from the very beginning of the episode is like I don't know how this is gonna work in season 2 because part of the highlight of the show was all of the like surprise points.
But I feel like it's not gonna be hard.
To make up new surprises?
Well, no, because all you have to do is do what half the people on the show do, and it's lie. Because in the contracts, they write certain things.
Okay.
So, like, in the contracts, they'll write the same thing. You come here, no fighting. Also, very disappointing they don't fight. You're stuck on this island for at least X amount of weeks. Cool. The only things they should change is that I think they can promise them that we won't reveal if you're a F-boy or a nice boy for the whole time till the Mansplain episode. So they can take longer time to do that. That's one thing to tell them. And then number 2, they can tell them, and it may be a lie, but they can tell them straight up at the beginning how the winning is divvied.
Yeah.
So you can switch it up. There's ways to switch it up because some of the curves are easily switched up.
But you just glazed over the thing that I think is the most important, which is that if they already know now that likely late in the show that all the shit they talked is going to be revealed to the girl, then your point is that men will just still talk shit anyway because they're men.
Kristen, I don't want to spoil this for you, but listen to me when I say this, okay? Number 1, I've said this a million times. We're not that smart. We don't think with our heads. We think with our dick. Number 2, did you see that open bar there?
Oh, okay.
That's real cute.
Excellent point.
Real cute that you think these motherfuckers gonna be out here keeping secrets when they getting drunk every day.
So you don't think it matters?
No.
Okay.
And again, number 3, these dudes, shout out Bunham and Murray, they were doing Bunham and Murray level casting. And those are the dudes who do real world challenge, whatever.
Everything.
Those dudes evaluate personality archetypes better than the world's top psychologists. They can't keep their mouth shut.
Yes, okay. Yep.
This ain't going to be hard, bro. This ain't going to be hard. It's really not going to be hard. Plus, the other thing is, the way they cast shows like this, they don't tell you that you're coming for season 2 of FBoy Island. They tell you you're coming for a reality show.
Well, agreed. But once they get to the island, they start recording the episodes. They're going to know.
That's fine. If you know. You think they're going to cast all people that have watched the show? No chance.
Well, no, but like still, it
ain't gonna be hard. I'm just telling you.
I'll trust you.
These people don't make money because it's hard.
I'll trust you.
Hey, I'm saying work on your application video, girl. Like that's what we gotta be recording. Is your application video? We gotta get you on season 2.
Maybe I don't know.
I know I can't get on season 2. Maybe the fresh meat spot. I'll be the welcome. I'll show up in my little island thing. I was really mad that you didn't even pop out that I wore my island shirt today. Just for the fact that we was doing FBoy Island.
Just for the FBoy Island vibe?
Literally, that's the only reason I wore the shirt. But
Perfect.
Nah, it's wonderful. Please
it's
watch
such a good show. It's so good.
It's so entertaining.
Just like the nuances of what Lume's talking about with like the fuckboy shit and like the girls just like... It's so wild watching people just completely ignore shit that is so obviously like red flags. So many red flags just out the window.
Oh, and the other thing too is like if you've listened to a majority of the podcast, what I hope all of you have, if you're listening to this episode right now, there's a lot of shit we talk about that's clearly in there. Like,
yeah,
a lot of things that people do, a lot of red flags that we point out, a lot like. There's a lot of shit that I was like, wow, this is the podcast. Like, this is actually the podcast.
Yeah,
like, that's
it definitely
so crazy.
tracks.
So, if you, I mean, I know you're enjoying this, the best podcast you heard today. Like, you're going to enjoy FBoy Island. There's no question. So, I'm just glad that we finally got you on it.
Yes.
All right. Well, you know the drill. We love FBoy Island, HBO Max. Watch it. We're not playing, like, for real. Watch
I feel like I didn't give my boy Casey enough love. I'm feeling like I didn't do him justice.
This dude who got to show up on the show, get eliminated, come back for literally no reason.
Casey and New Jared were my favorites, and I feel like I shit on both of them.
Well, you didn't. No, you definitely didn't shit on New Jared. I shit on New Jared, and you fought me for, like, the first, like, no. Casey, you didn't need to talk about him. Like that was your boy by proxy of Fucking
Casey's, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, whoops! I just fucked up.
It's fine. It's too late now.
All right, we're done. We're done. We're done. Enough's enough.
You're the one talking. Damn.